Hey y'all, it is January 9th, 2018, and y'all, I want to holler at y'all real quick. I just keep cutting videos, man. I can't even upload them fast enough, alright? But I wanted to holler at y'all real quick about something, and it's kind of on a personal note about myself. I gotta tell you about something. I love debate. I love it. In fact, I fiend for it in a very unusual way. I want to share with y'all from what I've seen on this earth, just speaking generalities, about 70% of people on earth probably they don't like debate at all. They just don't like it. It's something that they don't like. It's filled up with some confrontation. There's a lot of things to be thought about, and honestly, they got better things to do during their day. God bless them. God bless all these people. God bless all these people and all the other people who do like debate. But from what I've seen, it's about 70%. People just simply can't stomach being around it. If people are having like a debate around them, they'll leave the room, all right? And like I said, God bless those people. They're not debaters. That's all right. I would say maybe 20 to 30%, generally speaking, of people, they would like debate so much as to maybe they would watch people debating, all right? But they wouldn't be a part of it. They certainly wouldn't be a part of it. They don't want to be under that pressure. And I understand, because there is a lot of pressure to think on your toes and things, all right? So those people, they might like to watch debate and things like that, maybe think about debates, but they don't want to be in one necessarily. If I had to guess, I would say about 4% of people in general actually like to be in the debates, actually like to step in and say, hey, look, I have an opinion and I want to share it, right? And I don't mind you sharing yours, all right? Like I said, 3 to 4% of people maybe actually will participate in a debate, knowing that there's formalities to a debate, knowing that you're not supposed to lose your cool or raise your voice or anything like that. In a sense, you're supposed to be very respectful. There's formalities to a debate by definition. So about 3 or 4% of people would willingly participate in that kind of behavior. A very small amount of people, that would include myself, just absolutely love debate. All right, and I'm sorry about it, but we do. All right, I fiend for it. I love to hear it. I mean, just everything about it. Two people speaking really, really fast and opposing each other. Y'all, I get off on it, and I don't mean to be perverted or whatever, but dude, I love it. That's the thing that I love, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just me. All right, explains a lot about, kind of how I act, or maybe how I speak. Sometimes it might seem confrontational, and I'm sorry about that. All right. But I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to bring it up because I guess it's important to know about me that I really do fiend for it, and a lot of people have a distaste for it, and I understand that, and I don't blame them. That's all right. But at the same time, while I do fiend for debates, you'll never really catch me putting my opinion down nobody's throat unless they're talking to me. Like, for instance, you never catch me walking down the street to a stranger and they say, good morning, and I say, hey, listen, you should hate Hillary Clinton, and stuff like, I don't, you know what I mean? That's not what I do, and in fact, I've never done it, but I love debate, and I will have it with you, all right, if you choose to do so, but that choice is always going to be yours, because, like I said, I don't have a choice. I will automatically do it regardless, all right? It's a gift, and it is a curse, dude. I do it to a fault, and I know that I do. All right, that being said, there's an issue that I want to talk about concerning Katelyn Nicole Davis. A lot of people are very peeved that I bring up Jesus, and I do it a lot. First of all, if I wasn't talking about Katelyn Nicole Davis, I'd be talking about Jesus regardless. So I'm sorry, but that's what I have to bring to the table. A lot of people don't like it. Thing is, I know that. I've known it since the beginning. A lot of people ain't going to like it, and I'm sorry about that. However, that's my thing. I keep bringing it up because it is my thing. All right, but to go even further, if we're just talking about being a detective, if you will, if you're talking about investigating, if you will, it's very important, in my mind, especially being the debater that I am, it's very important to consider all sort of options. Now, everybody knows out there that I'm hooked onto the Jesus train. That's the train that I plan to stay on. Don't plan to get on anybody else's train. All right. So with that being said, if someone came to me and they said to me, "Hey, listen, Gerard, Katelyn Nicole Davis passionately went on a video shortly before, obviously, this unfortunate situation, and she talked a lot passionately about Muhammad, or Allah, Allah, la, 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 or Alibaba. She talked about Muhammad and Alibaba, la, 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 and she was very passionate about it right before, the unfortunate situation. So, Gerard, I think that her passion for Muhammad and Alibaba had a lot to do with her depression, because you understand she was talking about depression. If somebody came up to me and said, Gerard, Katelyn was deep in talking specifically about depression shortly before this unfortunate situation, and she was talking about Muhammad. She was talking about Allah, la, 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 la. I think it's an important factor to consider. Honestly, as much as I'm for Jesus, I would say, yeah, it very much seems like a factor to consider. If the very girl that we're talking about passionately described Muhammad Alibaba shortly before this unfortunate situation, I'd have no choice but to consider why that is, how that played an aspect in this whole serious situation. If someone told me, look, Katelyn Nicole, she passionately on video and uploaded it to the internet, she was passionately talking about how there was no God at all. Gerard, I think we need to consider it, because Katelyn Nicole herself actually brought this up. Not only that, she brought it up passionately. Not only that, she went to the trouble of uploading it onto the internet for everybody to see. She was talking about there's no God. I think we should consider that, Gerard. I would say yes. Yes, I believe in God, but I do think we should consider that. All right? Because that's a considerable factor. If Katelyn, just to get out here real quickly, if Katelyn said on a video, if she passionately went out to people and said, hey, look, there is a God, however, he's not Jesus. Don't even worry about that Jesus thing. There is a God. He's whoever you want it to be. He's however you want him to think. That's how that God is. It's whatever God. There is a God, but you can make it up as much as you go. All right? Whoever he wants you to be, that's the God you should worship. If Katelyn had a whole spiel about that on video, put it on the internet, and someone came to me and said, hey, look, I think this might be a factor. Katelyn was talking about God, but she also explicitly said everybody should be tolerated and that God is whatever you want it to be. All right. I think this plays a factor in the unfortunate situation that's about to occur. I would say yes. Indeed, I think that's a factor. And although I believe Jesus, the Son of God, and I believe it with my own whole heart, I still have what it takes. In fact, I fiend for the debate. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what Katelyn would have to say. But the thing is, Katelyn talked about Jesus. All right? A specific entity. Why? Why did she bring Jesus up? Is it because he loves the children? Is it because he'll forgive you when you done wrong? And that's something that Katelyn desperately was looking for. Is it because he's a father figure? And it's something that Katelyn desperately needed. Is that why Katelyn brought Jesus up? Or did she bring up Jesus simply because she's a little kid and she didn't know no better? Alright? She brought up Jesus because she is kind of ignorant. That's why. That's why Katelyn brought up Jesus. Alright? She just didn't know any better. She was a little child. Something to think about, isn't it? Anyways, I'm just here to provide what it is I've always been providing. Y'all can hate on me all you want. And I know that y'all don't hate on me out there. I know that there's people out there who like to listen to what I say, even though they disagree. Trust me, what I'm saying here, it ain't gonna start differing today. I'm not gonna stop saying the name Jesus Especially in this instance when I wasn't the one who brought him up in the first place. Alright, it's January the 9th, 2018. I'll holler at y'all later.